Hi, I'm Kev. The story and parable of the prodigal son is something that's been so big in my life and amazing in my life, and I have lived it. I've actually lived the story of the younger son, and I've just lived it. It first came up when I was about 8 or 9, when I was in the BB, and it was an amazing story that spoke to me, and I never forgot it, and I have never forgotten it. In any state of mind, drunk, stoned, or anything like that, I could tell you what that story meant totally. It had a massive impact on my life. I grew up in Wickford in Essex, and I grew up in a world that I was a complete and utter stranger to. Right up to when I was 43, I was convinced I was an alien, and one day the mothership would come and take me back. I couldn't understand this world. I couldn't believe it. I hit puberty in teenage years, and I went wild and wild, and I was getting wilder and wilder. And I think I've suffered from depression from an early age, such as 10. Just this world has always been a freaky place to me. So I grew up and I went wild and I got into drugs and all sorts of stuff and drinking and all the usual rubbishy stuff. I gave up living in a nice posh house to go live on the street, or in a shop doorway, or in a squat or a traveller site or a hostel. You know, I lived this chaotic, mad, full-on life, and I believed the lie that the more hallucinogenics I could do, the more I could contact my aliens, my fellow aliens, as I believe. I got really into all that sort of stuff, and I was into anything. You know, you put it in front of me, it was gone. You know, my life of that chaos, and just got more and more, and I couldn't fit into this world. I didn't fit in. I was a round peg, you know, trying to get into a triangle, and a big round peg in a small triangle. And life was just chaotic, and as I said, that. And me and my parents fell out, and you know, we seriously fell out, big style. And I ended up around about 1989 in Plymouth, down in Devon. My mum had been diagnosed with cancer. She'd been given 3 months to live. My life was spiralling out of control, and that's when I sort of made an acceptance to Jesus. I was born on lies and deceit and rubbish, and I really did try to be and live this holy, righteous life. But I loved my world, you know, I loved all the things that went with it, and I just spent the next, from then, just spiralling out. I went into rehabs. I got involved with very, very borderline heavy shepherding cults, and I went through all of that. And all these people trying to control me and tell me what to do. No one explained anything to me. For someone from my area, I couldn't understand, why should I do this? Why? No one would explain it. Just believe, and I couldn't really have it. And I tried my best, and I suffered from dermatitis all my life, and that flare up and come down. And around about 2000, and I really tried to try it, and I really did try it for it, and I really did have a good go at being a Christian. I couldn't do it. My hands were real with dermatitis, my life was spiralling out of control. Everything was going mad. I was just so full of rubbish. And it was just like, God just said, when's it going to be real? And I said, I don't want it. And I walked away. And I walked out of the church and I walked away. And I did my own thing. I went a bit wild again and took drugs and drank and slept with people. And you know, I did all the usual rubbish and got into my paganism and, you know, all the usual rubbish that people do. So, Around about 2007, I started an amazing journey that would take me into so much and show the real Kev, and enlighten me into a lot of the reasons why I was like I was. Started a part-time evening course in photography at my local art college. Did that, passed that. The following year I began a foundation course at the art college in filmmaking and photography. And during that I had some tests. Now my brother had spoken about these things like Asperger's, autism and all that, and I had some tests. And it was found that I was borderline autistic. And the lights came on. And they said, yes, you've probably got, most definitely got Asperger's, ADHD, OCD and all of this. And it was just like, the scales fell from my eyes. And I believe God allowed that to happen. The scales fell from my eyes. And I just knew who I was. I found the Kev. The lie of this alien thing disappeared. And I started to let go of a lot of stuff and put things down. The drug taking slowed down, the drinking slowed down, and things like that. And my life started to come into an order. Started getting, things into order. I'm a DJ, I still am, but I was a DJ. And I stopped doing night, and I just started getting into my art. So I started a 3-year degree, and I graduated with a 2-1. This man here could barely read or write. Bish, done it. And it was incredibly amazing. And my life really started to change. I started to get together with my mum. She died. I started to put that together, and like my life panned out. And I graduated, and I've been out of college for about a year or so. And where I live, there's a big hill. So I'm walking up this hill, I do a lot of thinking on this hill. It's called North Hill in Plymouth. And like it stood in front of me, the Holy Spirit just went, have you tried this church? And I went, no. And I knew he was after me, but I knew he wanted me. I knew this was it. This was it. This was the thing. The doors now was not being knocked on, he was holding the door. And I went, okay, I'll go. And that Sunday was Easter Sunday. I went, I'm not going in because it will be emotional. I don't want you. I go to an everyday Sunday. So I went the following Sunday. And I sat at the back. And a part of the service they do repentance. And I just knew. I really, really knew it was it. And I went, God, I can't go back to the old days. I can't go back there. I can't. And he went, okay. And I sat there and I really gave my life to Jesus. And it wasn't a massive push of the Holy Spirit. I wasn't laying on the floor rolling around in tongues and oh, praise you, Lord. None of that. God decided to give me 2 things that I never had. And I've never had them in my life. Give me a peace of mind, a peace of heart. And it was just like I came home. And I knew then I was 100%, truly 100% born again. And it was completely different. And my life got into this beautiful, he guided me into this beautiful mellow years of my life. And he just took me into this church. And it was amazing. And I really found a church I wanted to be in, a fellowship that I wanted to be a part of. And it was great. And I needed it. And it was fantastic. And God really opened the doors in my life. And he showed me many, many beautiful things. And he's taken me through so much. And he's healed me of so much. And it's my father died recently, and he's brought me through all that and showed me so many beautiful things in me. And life really changed. And I mean really changed. And God did tremendous, utter, tremendous, fantastic things in my life that I cannot unbelievably understand. My whole life and everything is completely changed. And I'm just learning to trust in him again. And you know, I went through a time when I was panicking about money and unemployment, and God just went, don't. You know, what happens? What if a man inherits the world but loses his soul? Me and you, the most important thing. And I know God's got some others for me in my life. I want to finish on something he said to me once. I now believe it 100%. And he said it to the Jews when they're in the desert, when they're 40 years there. I will never forsake you, and I will never leave you. And he never has. So praise God. Amen.